Hello everyone, Murray the Pieman here for some more Star Trek Online. So for those who came in late, we're back with Drakhara, our Riemann Romulan, slightly aligned with the Klingons. And we are playing through the optional Deep Space Nine side quest, which is kind of the older material which they've not quite excised from the game yet. So the plot is that a Dominion fleet, which we now know is the one that was displaced in Sacrifice of Angels, has reappeared and taken Deep Space Nine. We are now trying to find a way, so we went into the Gamma Quadrant, talked to Wayun, maybe Arun, with a bit of a voice problem, and one of his conditions for helping us dislodge said Dominion occupation was to free the founder, also from Deep Space Nine, who's currently being held at a secret facility. So we've now got to go there and release this founder. So this should be quite straightforward. Where we go in, ask for this prisoner to be released, and nothing untoward happens. So Tov and Kef's come on and said we've arrived at the designated coordinates. I'm detecting a large structure in the asteroid we'll need to approach before we can hail them. Now, speaking of people who've been swapped, this is another one that's had a couple of changes since the beginning. Again, I mentioned Irun, who was the Vorta you dealt with and was replaced by Jeffrey Combs, but I don't know if we'll still get the voice doubling. I'll be interested to see if we get that in this episode. Notice we're flying with their shields down. Oh. Because for some reason I've unequipped my shields. Well, let's re-equip. Let's do a hasty re-equipping of all our... Alright, sorry about that. Back to this. So we will now hail the facility. So this is the Warden. Whenever I do a playthrough of the Discovery, he might look familiar. I'm surprised they haven't voiced him, but they did switch him in with just the sprite by the looks of it. Hence why he's wearing Discovery era clothing. He's saying, "Hello, Admiral Drakhara. Your authorization to visit has just come through from Starfleet Command. We don't get many visitors here, so this is quite an occasion. However, we are also detecting 2 ships in orbit. Why is there a Jem'Hadar vessel?" And I'm saying, "There's a Vorta guest. Wayne is here to see the founder." "That is most irregular, Admiral." "Very well. I will permit you to beam down with one of your officers. The Vorta, however, will have to remain on his ship. Come speak to me, and if everything is in order, I will allow him to enter the facility." So I've got to convince Wayne this is all okay.
"The founders are wise."
There he is. There's Jeffrey Combs.
"The Dominion has endured for over 2,000 years, and we will continue to do so."
So I'm going to tell him I made contact with Facility 4028.
"Excellent. I'm ready to beam down immediately. The founder has been trapped among solids for far too long, and the Great Link is diminished without her august presence.
Or September presence, or
There's the
October
matter of our
presence.
transporter signal, however. The station is blocking it. Perhaps you can enlighten me here? I'm beginning to feel unwelcome. There's the matter of our transporter
Yeah, you said
signal,
that, yes.
however.
I'm here to reach a mutually beneficial solution.
So it's not that you're unwelcome, but there's security concerns.
Security concerns? Really? You and I both know that the Dominion could conquer this facility if we so desired. And yet here we are, observing the peace. I'm sure Starfleet has a number of clever defenses.
That's not what you're saying in your
As
text.
we've proven in the past.
I'm guessing on the
Even
voice
your
the
best
Starfleet
defended
side.
locations are vulnerable to a squad of Jem'Hadar
So-
warriors.
So what he would have said if he was Klingon apparently is, "Now if this prison was in your empire, that would be trickier. During the war, planning an invasion of Kronos proved difficult. We soon turned to easier target. That being said, this is not Kronos."
I'm here to reach a mutually beneficial
So I'm going to say just wait here till I speak to the Warden.
Very well.
I'll talk to the man.
Wait.
Okay? I'm going to talk to the man.
You do understand that my patience is not an endless commodity, yes? When it is exhausted, I'm afraid we shall enter a more unpleasant stage of our relationship. Let us hope the situation is resolved before that occurs.
Okay. Right, well, let's go and talk to the Warden. So, Tovankev saying Wayne's not happy, but he's agreed to wait. I know, I talked to him. We're ready to transport, so we'll beam down. And I'm actually going to change who I'm bringing, because bringing 2 tactical is not very good, so I will bring Satra with me. No, yeah, she can do healing. Always nice to have a healer with you. Should have actually brought someone who's not part of the regular party, but I can't remember who her regular team is. Sadra said, Captain, the warding is waiting for us in Isolation Zone A. According to the information, if we follow the blue line, it should read us right to him. So you do have all these automated turrets and stuff, or cameras. So
Antechamber A.
not the yellow line? No? No. Okay.
Authorized visitors must report to the warden. Follow the blue line to Isolation Zone A.
So I do quite like the way they built it as like a, you know, it feels like a prison.
Processing Zone A.
And you do have some people there being processed. You've got all these guards. I suppose they wouldn't want to call it an ISIS panel now,
ISIS access granted.
but they do.
How may I assist you?
So this is the computer. I am ISIS, the Inmate Security and Information System.
Authorized visitors must report to the warden.
Yes, visitor
Follow
Drakhara
the blue line
recognised.
to
Visitor
Isolation
authorization
Zone A.
verified. Access level 2 authorised. Welcome to facility 4028 Admiral. Please report to the warden before proceeding in the facility. So I've just got to
You may
extend our
proceed.
warning. The idea is it's isolated. All the cells are isolated. These towers.
Isolation Zone A.
These kind of holographic walkways. So there's the warden. So I talk to the warden. He says, "Welcome. Is there anything?" So I'm going to ask him what he can tell me. So he's saying, not many people know about this place, and that's intentional.
Follow the blue line to
Yes, I know.
Isolation Zone A.
I've followed the blue line. We are the Federation penal institution designed to house the most dangerous, high-profile prisoners. Most are quite violent or disruptive, but fewer targets for attack that we need to keep here for their safety. Because of the danger, the facility is almost completely staffed by photonic personnel. There are only a handful of humanoids authorised to work here. 5 now that Councillor Farr has left us, and even they aren't present at the facility full time. So I'm saying, what should I call you? Is it just the warden? Saying, ha, yes, a bit disconcerting, isn't it? I understand the EMH Mark I had the same problem, but in this instance, instead of the programmers forgetting to give me a name, it was intentional. The thought was that I would be less approachable, and therefore our guests wouldn't consider me a target for manipulation. Or perhaps it was a little joke. You've met ISIS. I find it quite intriguing that her computer received a name, but I and the rest of the Photonic staff did not. There you go. So I'm here to see the founder. Oh, really? That was quite unusual. I thought you were the KDF representative requested to speak to inmate 53160. He's been waiting quite some time. I'll need to verify your authorization to see the founder, and that will take a few minutes. Until then, would you be willing to speak to inmate 53160? He's in Isolation Ward A. You can get there from this area. So good to go and see this inmate. So we do that by again. I do quite like the design of the prison, the idea of having literally these air gaps.
Walkway.
Although I'd have said it only have one walkway extend. So I'm going to look at this terminal, see who's in here.
Inmate 98639.
So that's an Undine, and it just says unknown. And it's just got, must be accompanied by Raptor Squad team. Access to technology is restricted. Infiltrator impressing Captain to Vix the USS Cochrane and reviewed along with 3 other Undine and a stardate. So I'm going to close the interface. I'm not wanting to talk to him. He's not who I'm here to see. So then again, neither is this guy. So let's hear this inmate 53160
Inmate
is.
53160.
So it's Karak, Klingon. He's pending. Food and water intake must be monitored. He was captain of the IKS Hakra, allied with the House of Torg. Oh, those guys. Captured by Starfleet Forces Stardate 864, held at Starbase 157, were not cooperative and violent with staff, when assigned to isolation. He went on a 32-day hunger strike that ended only when he was reassigned to general population. He transferred to Penal Colony 47. While there, he led 3 prisoner uprisings that resulted in 6 deaths. The facility remanded facility 4028 to await prisoner exchange or trial. Well, I'm going to open the cell door. So let's speak to this lad. He's saying, "The Empire sent you? Very well then, I've heard stories of your victories, Admiral. I know you're a valiant warrior. Look then upon my miserable state. Here I sit caged like an animal waiting for the slaughter, and not even the sweet truths of death will wash the stains of dishonour off my soul. The barge to Greathor waits for me, and it waits for us all. Unless we defeat the Federation, this will be your fate as well." Now I've got two options. I can say, so what do you want? Or I can say, that's what you called someone here to hear, the sad, self-pitying song of a warrior without teeth. I'm just going to ask him what he wants. Can the dead want anything? I felt like I've been forgotten by the Empire. By everyone. It has been so long since I've seen another warrior, and these holograms are nothing but pale shades of life. I made my request for a representative simply to see if anyone still cared that I was alive. Now that you're here, at least know the war continues. The life outside continues. It's enough. Well, I'm going to say I'll make a report to the KDF, but that's all I can do. What a sad git. Just wanted someone to say hi. I wonder if there is a Klingon on his way out here who's going to be even more cheesed off, and he's like, someone visited already. So I'm back to the warden. I did as you asked, and I see the founder now. Of course, I verified your authorization and granted permission for your Vorta friend to transport as well. However, he must remain outside the isolation zones. I realise this is an unusual situation, but security protocols must be maintained. We're losing our most famous inmate. I suppose I should be a little sad, but it's not like she was easy to get to know. She's very different from her other inmates. I don't suppose that she has much use for us. The founder is being held in Isolation Zone B. If you follow the red line into the facility, you'll pass through main holding and our processing area. Beyond that is Isolation Zone B. Blimey, a lot of talking for me in these not-voiced ones.
Isolation Zone A.
So, there's Wayun.
Founders are wise.
Did you know your psychographic profile is required reading for all Vorta field supervisors?
No.
It's quite a fascinating study. To say you've had an unusual career would be an understatement.
Well, follow me, I'll take you to the founder.
I'm happy to hear it. Despite the delays, you're fulfilling your end of the deal adequately. I would like to remind you that the safety of the founder is now your responsibility. If she is harmed, the Dominion will have no choice but to respond. I think you'll find that Karo Khan will be the least of your problems if that occurs.
Okay, let's go. We'd follow the red line. It's a bit Half-Life-y in this, not game-wise, but just in the... We're walking through a whole load of areas further deep into the prison, and if you've played a video game, you know this is just where you're going to have to backtrack while fighting everyone, when it all inevitably kicks off. I mean, I've played this before. You know it kicks off.
Main holding.
But we do get to see the main cell block. And again, if I wanted to, I could go and look at all the inmates, but that's kind of tedious. So we will just happily... Everyone's still with us? Oh, there's one we can look at.
Inmate 79962.
That's Taris. So, Commander of the Romulan warbird Hakona, discovery of planet Iconia. Ordered second in command, defeated the Imperial. Commander of remaining Romulan military forces after destruction of the world, named Praetor. Oh, there you go. She will appear in other missions. Is she there? I'm just curious, never seen that she's actually here before, but I'm going to have a quick look.
Inmate 79962. Access denied.
Oh, no, I'm not allowed to. Who's in this one then? I'm now curious. I'm not going to check all of them, don't worry, you're not going to have me.
Inmate 79478.
James Ferrymar also is Princep Cam, an augment, a Khan. Leader of Radical Group of the Children of Khan. And yeah, basically, I'm guessing I can't open the door either.
Access denied.
So yeah, there are people. Again, you could probably spend a bit of time looking through some of these for little Easter eggs, but we won't at the moment. Continue following the red line. Right down into the bowels of this prison by the looks of it. So yeah, I am running just because.
Processing Zone B.
Yep. Double doors as well are a nice touch. You know, it gives the impression of something built for higher security. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. What have I lost? What have I left? I was following the red line. Now it's turned into the blue line.
You may proceed.
So again, similar
Isolation
structure.
Zone B.
Without the warden here. I think it would be nice if they'd zip the warden around a bit just to show
Extending
that
walkway.
he's a hologram. Again, we can go into this little area. You might notice there's a big orange glow at this one, because that's got a Tholian in it.
Inmate 9185.
So again... he's going to be repatriated. There you go, so that's why there's a bit of a glow, because he's got special atmospheric conditions. But here is hopefully our founder,
Access
so yeah.
granted.
Well, she's got a picture. Yeah, there's a thing saying she has to have a force field, not allowed out to cell without warden's approval. Leader of Dominion forces surrendered. Rehabilitation therapy efforts have been ineffective. Medical personnel not equipped to deal with changing. So,
Access granted.
I'm going to lower the force field as well. If you look in her room, she's got a bucket and she's got a bit of the climbing frame that Odo built.
What do you want, Salad?
There's Salomo Jens coming in voicing.
Time is meaningless. I will endure.
So, Founder, we have a situation at Deep Space Nine.
Since you are here asking for aid, your dilemma must be serious. At least for you. What are you prepared to offer in return for my assistance? And what guarantee do I have that you will fulfill your end of any bargain we might reach? I have little trust for your kind, and with good reason. What is that human saying? To learn about a people, learn how they treat their prisoners? I have been here for many years, and I have learned much in that regard. Solids are irrational, fearful creatures. You cannot be trusted. Time is meaningless.
So I'm going to say, why did you surrender to the Federation?
My captivity was the price I paid for the life of my people. We were dying.
If you've not watched Deep
Infected
Space Nine,
with a
she's
virus
filling
created by Starfleet intelligence. Odo cured me. But when I linked with him, I knew that he needed his justice. Otherwise, he would have stayed with the Solids. Stayed with that woman. Therefore, I surrendered myself so he would take the cure to the Great Link. Once he joined it, I knew he would never leave. I am immortal. A few years here is a minor inconvenience. Those lost years are worth far less than the prizes I've gained in return. Time is meaningless.
So I'm going to say, Avorta came here. I'll take you too.
Then you mean to release me? Interesting. The price of my freedom, I trust, will not be insignificant. I will trust you, despite my inclination to do otherwise. I will return to the Great Link, and to Odo. We have much to discuss. Lead the way. I wish to see what you Solids have in store for me after all these years.
Oh, let's go. And we're in a cutscene.
Founder, your ordeal is at an end.
Wayoon, your line lives on. Good. Let us leave this place.
Founder, we have taken DS9 in your name and are prepared to extend our campaign throughout the quadrant. Give your blessing to our victory. We are yours to command.
I know you, Karakan. Your fleet failed us in the battle for Deep Space Nine. We lost because you did not arrive.
Yeah.
The fleet was diverted, passing through the anomaly. We
Spare
did not...
your excuses.
I need soldiers, Karakan, not excuses. You failed the Dominion once. I will not give you the opportunity to do so again.
No, it can't. Ah!
Oh.
Attack! Kill everyone but the Founder! We are dead! We go into
This is
battle
going well.
to reclaim our lives!
I think not. Did you really think I came here alone?
Kind of thought, yeah.
Loyal Jem'Hadar, defend your god. Kill these traitors.
Well, he's naffed off. Oh, well, this has gone swimmingly. So, we now have to fight all these Jem'Hadar. We do have a founder helping us at least. And some other Jem'Hadar as well. See, whose are whose? No one
ISIS is
knows.
offline. Emergency protocols engaged.
Alcatraz said, Captain, I've lost contact with inevitability. I'm detecting power failures all over the station. There's signs of weapons fire, but there's something blocking my sensors. I can't get a complete reading. We're near the secondary core. That might be the best place to identify what's happening. We can get back to the ship. Right. This is where I went by mistake last time because I was following the red line like I was meant
Antechamber
to.
B. ISIS is offline. Emergency protocols engaged.
Let's run the diagnostics. ISIS is offline,
Secondary
emergency
ISIS
protocols
core.
engaged. So I'm going to say security override. I'm sorry, Admiral, it's not possible to override protocols at this time. Primary core is offline, the secondary core has limited functionality. Until order is restored, it's in lockdown. Hollow matrices are offline, communications are blocked, transporter inhibition field has been activated, and shuttle bay is protected by a Class 10 force field.
ISIS is offline.
So what do I need to do to
Emergency
restore?
protocols engaged.
2 protocols are accepted to restore in case of a catastrophic event. Prisoners subdued using either lethal or non-lethal protocols will be able to reboot the core. So I can either kill them, which is the lethal protocol again.
Lethal option
Quick loss
selected.
control. Starfleet has authorised use of a lethal protocol while the lost life, but regretful it has been deemed preferable to allowing them to escape. As non-lethal protocol.
Non-lethal
Emergency
ISIS
site to site
offline.
transport is available. If you
Emergency
subdue
protocols
prisoners and
engaged.
tag them, we'll be able to move them to safe zone. When order is restored, you'll be able to bring me completely back online. Holographic staff can take it from there. I'll pick non-lethal.
Inmates
Again,
must return
makes
to their
no
cells in an
difference.
orderly fashion.
They do have these
Failure
kind of
to do so is a violation of
false
facility
choices.
regulations.
I do like the computer voice coming in there though. So we've got to fight our way back through here and all the inmates. And oh look, there's some already. There's Eleve, whoever he is. What I have to do once I've defeated them, there's usually one slightly harder prisoner amongst each group. So again, I can tag him. That's really the
Prisoner
difference. The
secured.
lethal one, you just kill them.
Transporting to safe zone now. Prisoner secured. Transporting to safe zone now.
That's nice of them all to just file straight into my line of fire there. Oh, there's a tough prisoner. Can't help but feel that some of the Jem'Hadar are encouraging. So yeah, he looks like oh, he looks like a bat. What was the species? Lithian maybe.
Prisoner secured. Transporting to safe zone now. Violence is against facility regulations.
So let's get up
All
this first
inmates
flight
are
of
ordered
stairs.
to
Let's throw a
return to their
non-lethal
cells.
grenade at the escaped prisoners. Oh, tough prisoner. Beta Jem'Hadar. And an armed prisoner. Where did he get armed? I ask you, eh? Or do they just have a secret stash of weapons? Technically all the weapons here should be holographic, so I don't quite know if he's got a weapon, but nonetheless he doesn't now.
Prisoner secured. Transporting to safe zone now.
So that's me. Hopefully secured this section.
Access denied.
I have. I've got all the prisoners, or have I missed one? This is the problem sometimes with these missions, it's not clear. Up. Where are these guys? Oh, they were the ones who walked in from the other room.
Prisoner
Oh,
secured.
you two.
Transporting to safe zone now.
There's one down here as well. Forgot about these guys entirely.
Prisoner secured. Transporting to safe zone now. Possession of weapons is a violation of facility regulations.
That's a secured level 1, so catch Solite's blooming useless unless you're a Jem'Hadar, so that's probably one I won't do, is the Jem'Hadar series. So now we're going into the communal area. Non-lethal grenade! Now I should be able to turn on the suppression turrets.
Suppression turrets activated.
So again, remember to subdue the prisoners.
Prisoner secured. Transporting to safe zone now. Prisoner
And our
secured.
shirtless guard.
Transporting to safe zone now. Prisoner secured. Transporting to safe zone now.
Now we're going to go to the other side and do the same. You can see the cells have burst open.
Inmates must return to their cells in an orderly
I like the
fashion.
fact that it's asking them to do
Failure
it
to do
politely.
so is a violation of facility
Do the
regulations.
same.
Suppression turrets activated.
I'd rather they all didn't naff off places, it's going to make them harder to track down and tag.
Prisoner secured. Transporting to safe zone now.
Nope, that's just wasn't close enough. It does have that virtual guide path
Prisoner
thing.
secured. Transporting to safe zone now.
So we've tagged a bundle of
Prisoner
prisoners.
secured. Transporting to safe zone now.
Yeah, this is where the last lot got aggroed from. There's a tough prisoner. With some Jem'Hadar. And an armed prisoner. Again, we will tag as we go. Oh, some of them are coming.
Prisoner secured. Transporting to safe zone now.
So again, the Jem'Hadar have aggroed some
Violence
people.
is against facility regulations. All inmates are ordered to return to their cells.
Should have just picked lethal. Slightly less effort, but
Prisoner
this is me
secured.
being nice.
Transporting to safe zone
And it
now.
genuinely doesn't give it. Again, I would have preferred it if they gave you some sort
Prisoner
of consequence
secured.
for
Transporting to safe zone
going
now.
for the lethal option, but there really isn't. You know, same as in the last one. If you watch the last episode of the
Prisoner
Farrick, there's
secured. Transporting
literally
to
no
safe zone
difference in
now.
consequence from deciding
Prisoner
to
secured.
kill Farrick or
Transporting
not.
to safe
Oh,
zone now.
should probably go and rescue
Prisoner
Satchel, not leave
secured.
her rotting
Transporting
in
to
the
safe
bottom of
zone
the prison.
now.
So, okay, physician, heal thyself. Right, that's us cleared this section. Oh. He's escaped, that's probably going to be troublesome. Yeah, you didn't think you were going to have to fight an Undine, but here we are.
Weapons fire detected. Possession of weapons is a violation of facility regulations.
Just have to deal with all the Jem'Hadar now, who we aren't apparently tagging and imprisoning, we're just maiming them.
Prisoner secured. Transporting to safe zone now.
Yeah, I don't think you can hide from me back here.
Prisoner
Covering your
secured.
face.
Transporting to safe zone now.
Oh, one more prisoner to speak to. It's that sad sack I talked to earlier, isn't it? So Carrick's there. In the end, there is nothing but death. Without my word, I am nothing. So I'm going to ask him why he's not fighting. A warrior without honour is nothing. I was named Drakhara Master by the great Martok. It was my greatest triumph. After I was captured, it became my greatest regret. I cannot hold the title of Drakhara Master and die in bed like a coward. I will cast further shame by fighting a meaningless battle. There's glory to be had, honour. Defeat the Jem'Hadar. To what end? I could destroy every Jem'Hadar here. They are brutal and strong, but their skill is lacking. I wouldn't even need a weapon. But it would be a hollow victory. In the end they would be dead, and then my Federation would put me back in my cage. Without honour, battle is meaningless. If you won't fight, you're no use to the Empire. Go back to your cell. So he's like, suppose that Ethan Yoctavor is out of my grasp now. I have no siblings or brothers in arms on my honour. There is nothing of my honour left to salvage. I have given a chance for death in battle and rejected like a fool. A cowardly fool. Even if I could enter Stovercore, I would dishonour that secret place in my presence. Fair Admiral, if you remember me, do it as an example. It will happen to all foreign warriors if the Federation wins.
Prisoner secured. Transporting to safe zone now.
There we go. So, now we just need to start up the computer again.
Primary ISIS core.
There we go. It's twirly bits have started. That's a good sign. Let's talk to the Warden. The Warden saying, "Welcome, Admiral. Is there anything I can assist you?" So I'm saying, "Speak to me." I see you just... Ah yes, diagnostic cycle complete. It took a few seconds for ISIS to bring me back online. I apologise for the delay. Is there anything I can do? Can you take it from here? Certainly. Now that ISIS is online and getting the remaining prisoners back down and settled should be trivial. I've also contacted the closest starbase and requested an engineering team. We'll be back at peak operating capacity in no time. Thank you for your assistance. I don't know what would happen if you hadn't been here. Well, I'll say excellent. I'll be leaving with the Founder now. So we just got to go back to the transporter room.
Primary ISIS core.
Doesn't look like everything's back on, but I'm going to put that as not my problem. Oh wait, we forgot the Founder. Damn it. So, Tovinkev's back. Captain, I'm detecting multiple Jem'Hadar ships and there are more on an intercept course. I'm contacting the fleet at Bajor, but I don't know if... Incoming hail, sir. It's the lead ship. Kurakan wants to speak to you. Oh.
Surrender the Founder and your pet, and you will survive, Captain. Refuse, and I will destroy your ship.
He's bluffing. He can't harm a Founder.
I can, and I will, Vorta. Victory is life.
Oh, he seems to have gone off the deep end.
Go to warp while you still can. We'll hold them
It's
off.
Captain Sean in the Belfast.
No! I will have the Founder! All ships, attack!
I think the animations in these kind of went a bit wonky.
Captain, shields at 47% and falling.
Evasive maneuvers. Pattern shown 6.
Quite a dramatic scene. I like the wrecked bridge. Don't know why he's walking up to each
Launch
station
torpedoes.
to tell them to do
Full
stuff.
spread.
Sir.
We won't be able to hold them off forever, Captain.
Get the Founder back to Deep Space Nine now. Wasn't voiced for some reason. Looks like the Belfast's taking a beating, but we are out of here. So I've got to report to Commander Messi Yashibi. Okay, she's not voiced for these ones. Well, that could have gone better. Yeah, I know, but I know you did your best. Well, that's nice. Thanks, Commander. A check of the facility shows several prisoners not accounted for. Most will be able to pick up with these, but there are two high priority ones. One called Taris and one someone called James Fadi Mera. I don't know about Mera, but Taris had help. An Iconian energy signature was detected near her cell. She could be anywhere. But the Founder and Weyland are safe and willing to cooperate. That's the only bright spot. Rescue teams are already in the Ayala system, looking for survivors in the battle. The Jem'Hadar took some hits too. From what we know, Kurakan made it back to Deep Space Nine. It's not over yet. So, she's got new orders for you. Mission Boldly They Rode.
Now that we have the aid of one of the Founders, we should have no trouble convincing the Jem'Hadar at Deep Space Nine to stand down and return to the Gamma Quadrant. Starfleet and the Klingon Empire are assembling a unified fleet to garrison the station and repair the damage from the battle. We want you to go with the Founder to negotiate the surrender of the remaining Jem'Hadar. Rendezvous with the Jem'Hadar ship near Deep Space Nine. You'll represent the interests of the Alpha Quadrant, but this should be a simple formality. Captain Kurland is headed to Deep Space Nine in the Defiant, along with the rest of the task force. Once this matter is concluded, the Klingon Empire soldiers will be allowed to recuperate and resupply at Deep Space Nine, as a show of goodwill.
I keep forgetting we're at war. So, that's all we've got time for this time round. Once again, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you enjoyed all the shenanigans and going on. Again, if you did, or if you want to talk to me about something, please do mention it in the comments. Also, please like and subscribe. That helps something YouTube related. And if you want to talk to me, again, comments is probably the best place. But there is also you can talk to me on Blue Sky, Pyman70 at bluesky.social, or Mastodon, although I'm not on that as often, but Pyman70 at Mstidn.social. Those are sort of two of the main ways, but the comments is probably the best. So all I'll say again is, once again, thank you for watching. If you do want to see more of this type of content, there's plenty of stuff on the channel. Do have a look back. You can watch videos on all of Star Trek Online up to this point and Mist. So there's quite a lot there for everyone. But yes, please do like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I hope to catch you next time. But until then, bye for now.